Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome. Life with Yolanda. Thank you guys for stopping by today. I hope you guys are having a blessed and beautiful day. I am having a blessed and beautiful day. God bless you so much. Thank you. Today I want to talk about accepting yourself as a spiritual woman. That's basically what I stopped by, so we could just as usual have a little conversation. you know as for some of you who may not know, my name is Yolanda and I'm a spiritual woman. I went through my awakening at 19 years old, and for I had no idea for 19 years, when I was 19 years old until I was in my 30s. Yeah, I know something was wrong, but I really didn't have a diagnosis as to what was really wrong with me. I thought I was dying. My parents really and truly did know how to help me. They really did know how to help me. And I was dealing with all of these different feelings: fear, shaking, trembling, heaviness. I'm telling you, all the symptoms, guys, I went through them all and had no idea. When I went through my awakening, as I said before, I was 19. I was in bed for months. And just, with the spinning and the heaviness, I couldn't get control of what was really going on with me. So I learned to shut my mouth, in a sense. And, as I told you that, like a few videos down before, that was my saving grace. That was truly, truly my saving grace. Because I didn't know how to speak to anybody about what I was dealing with and what I was going through. My mom and my dad, well, basically my mom used to speak to me and she used to go and tell my dad like what I was saying, but she didn't know what to do. And you could see she looking helpless, like, what am I supposed to do? And I'm like, I can't help you, I don't know. And then one day, I was there, just dealing with everything. And then I heard the voice in my head. I usually hear it talk and tell me stuff, right? But he said to me, don't say anything else. And I realized after God that that was my saving grace, because then I would have, being the last of all the children, that if I had opened my mouth and said certain things, who know what could have happened, right? But over the years, as I said, I had no help. So I had to learn to deal with what my feelings, what I was dealing with, and I didn't know how I was gonna really live my life. Like, what kind of life am I expecting to have? Because I feel like you constantly have these feelings, and I didn't know how long they were gonna last. I had so many questions, but no answer. And I always say in my videos that knowledge is power, and I didn't really and truly had a lot of knowledge about what's going on. It's when after I was married and I had my second son, because I have 3 children. After I had my second son, I got sick. But I realized that this feelings that I was feeling, it was different. This was something different. It felt evil on me, these feelings. And I remember I was there and I didn't know what to do, and I was praying. And I said, you know what? I have to go. I was back and forth in the hospital. And I had no idea. And I remember, I probably spoke this story already. I remember this big fat doctor, I'm sorry for saying that, but a huge white guy, he came and he said to my husband, what is wrong with your wife? And he said, I don't know. This is what's going on. He said, something, I've seen this before. He said, do you know anybody? And my husband said, what do you mean anybody? He said, that could help you, because I think your wife is sick. I think somebody put witchcraft on her. Both of us was like stunned, like, what? And that was the beginning, my dear, of my journey taking care of myself. Let me tell you, I went through that phase in my life where I had to deal with witchcraft. And let me tell you, I'm not gonna be like outing anybody here doing anything, but that person who came after me should have known better. People are grown and they know better, but I'm saying to you, if people had known about me and that I was spiritual, maybe I would not have walked that walk that I went through. But because I kept who I was quiet for so many years, it's just people who were close enough to me knew who I was. And I will tell them, in my life, in my family, my husband, my children, I live my life as a spiritual woman. That's who I am. I can't change it. Let me tell you something. I am who I am, and it's never gonna change. I didn't pretend that I was spiritual. I was born this way. So what I have to do in my life is accept who I am. Today, I could tell you my name is Yolanda and I'm a spiritual woman, and I totally and completely accept myself. Before, I didn't want it. This was something that I never wanted in my life. You know how many times that I negotiated with God and just asked Him, you know what I'm saying, to just take this away from me and let me be normal. But what I was supposed to do is just kind of start accepting things. And it took me a while, because after I found out I was spiritual, I realized that the feelings that I was feeling was never going to go away, and I had no choice but to accept who I was. So what I did, I started embracing it. You see, my husband told me after we both found out, like, it's actually I'm being spiritual, but I know I was dealing with these spiritual feelings before, because I know I could hear a voice in my head talking and telling me certain stuff. I love that anonymity over the years where nobody knew who I was, and I could read the situation, and I could, the Spirit would talk to me and let me know, well, oh, you can do this and don't do this, and go here and don't go here, and don't bother yourself with this person, step away from this, trouble is coming here, don't go up the road, don't go down the road. I enjoy living my life like that, but I went from one extreme to another, where I was quiet and I was silent, as only a few people knew who I was. And now all of a sudden here I am on YouTube, letting the whole world know who I am, and it's okay, it's okay. But thanks to my husband, I was trying to say a point there before, thanks to my husband. He's the one who said to me, it's okay, you are who you are. It's not going to change. You have to learn to accept who you are, and with a lot of discussions, a lot of prayer, we come together, and I'm saying, it's the truth, because it feel like I couldn't get a handle on it, like, why me? Because I have, siblings who I guess would have probably needed this, because they first ladies in church and all these different things, and maybe they would have needed it. I didn't really want to be spiritual, but you can't say who you are, what you're going to be. God chose you. So it's nothing that I can do. So I consider myself, I got a little superpower. That's what it is. Now I can say that. But it's, what I'm saying? I have fun with this now. My family have fun with this. What the children do, we laugh, like certain things, I would say the Spirit said this, and sometimes they would be like, oh man, no, and He would tell me something that they did or they said, and I would tell them, and they would look at me like, okay. Our family has fun with, with me being spiritual and with the Spirit. We do that because we can do it. You can have fun. It's not all serious all the time, because this is my life and I have to learn to live with it, So it is what it is. It's never gonna change. It's really, really, really never gonna change, right? So I learned to accept who I am in my life. A lot of people, this is gonna be a surprise to a lot of people, because people who was around me, they never knew, because this is not something very easy to come up and say, hi, I'm spiritual. No, I never did that. What I would do sometimes is, if somebody come over the house or somebody is there, and I would turn around and I would say something, and I would ask them a question like, hey, you have such and such, or this is such and such, and they look at me like, but how you know that? And then I would smile. I say, I know a lot more than what you think I know. I would say, okay, I say, I'm spiritual. And I say, what does that entail? And I would just kind of give them a little, brief, like, explanation or something, that's going on with me. But then I'll be able to tell them everything that's going on in their life. It has family members over the years that, I try to talk to and tell them, hey, this is me. But I guess they feel like, nah, she ain't. She pretending. Who is going to pretend the spiritual, right? Who wants all of this stuff to deal with? Guys, you have no idea how much stuff you have to live with and deal with on a daily basis. The hatred, the nastiness, the nasty vitriol from people, all of the spiritual feelings that come along with this. Who wants to say that they're spiritual? Who wants to say that they're dealing with this? This is me. This is my life. This is my life, and I accept me totally, fully, and completely. My husband loves me, my children adore me, my grandbabies, ooh. How, they love their grandma. Yes, it changes my life because of who I am, and I had to live my life in a different manner. You know, I had to learn to live life differently, you know. But now that I'm out, before I could read the situation quietly, and I enjoy that. I truly, truly did enjoy that. I could have like sit down and analyze the situation, read somebody, and know how to stay away from them. And I know half of the things that I went through, if people knew that I was spiritual, maybe they wouldn't even try the things that they did. But I glad they know now that I'm spiritual. So that maybe a lot of things that people try, they won't try it anymore, because I can let you know at the end of the day, A, B, C, and D, because I know it. I am older and I'm wiser. And at this time in my age, at this time in my life, where I'm a woman of a particular age, it's okay. It's okay for, you know, my husband and my children said to me, you know what? It's okay for you to talk and say who you are. And I thank them for that. And as I said to you, I don't have to hide anymore. I don't have to hide about who I am, and you know what I mean, like what the Lord has blessed me, what all of this different stuff. I don't have to do that anymore. I don't, and it feel freeing that I gone from one extreme where nobody knew except a few people, and then all of a sudden, here we go. Woo woo woo, as the people say, I'm coming out spiritually. Okay, guys, I thank you so much today for stopping by. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Let's have a conversation. If you're dealing with anything like what I'm dealing here with, where you're going through spiritual feelings and you don't understand it and you want to reach out, you have a question, you know, I enjoy interacting with you. Come on, let's have a conversation. Okay, you have a blessed day, and until we meet again, God bless you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.